Today I'm going to help you answer the eternal question. When is it time to say goodbye to your old car? Now sometimes it's quite obvious, as in the case of this old Chrysler. It's all smashed up, the alarm system won't turn itself off, the interior is just falling apart, and it doesn't run for more than a few seconds. So it's a pretty easy decision in this case to send it to the auto graveyard. But often it's much harder to make a clear-cut decision on whether you should keep putting money into a car or give up and get another one. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to decide whether you should get a new car or not. Now you can't just go by mileage. For example, my Celica here has 234,000 odd miles on it. And it still runs like a clock, shifts like a dream, has freezing cold air conditioning, so you can't just go by mileage. Now the real trick is deciding what problems your car has or doesn't have to decide whether you should get rid of it or not. For example, if your car is like mine and doesn't burn any oil between oil changes, the engine's in pretty good shape. But if you find your car's going through an awful lot of oil, it means the engine's just flat starting to wear out and it's time to get a new car. Because engine work on modern cars is very expensive and often it's never done right and the car never runs right again anyway. Now with the use of computers going wild in modern cars, you can take advantage of that by using one of these giant scan tools to check all that stuff. Because when you hook one of these machines up, it can check virtually all the computer electronics on the car. And if you don't have any serious problems, this will tell you right away. I personally spend a lot of my work time using these computers to tell customers what's wrong with their cars, and sometimes I just say, hey, you might think about getting a new one because the electronics are just going out on this one. And that's where you need to find a good, honest mechanic like me, because unfortunately, there's lots of guys out there that aren't going to tell you the truth. Over the years, I've met lots of mechanics that'll tell people they got a decent car because they think, hey, in the next couple of years, I'm going to make a lot of money fixing that junker. So you need a good mechanic to give you advice. One who cares to give good service to his customers and not just see them as a way to make money. And I've been doing this for the last 45 years and have lots of happy customers, and I don't have to spend a nickel in advertising. Because if you make people happy, believe me, they're going to tell people about you and you'll have more customers than you can ever handle. So you can be honest with the ones that you have. You don't have to make up stuff. You just have to fix the things that actually are broken and tell them the truth. Because the truth isn't always as obvious as this junker Chrysler behind me. And with modern cars getting more and more complicated, you really need to find an expert who understands them, who's going to be honest with you to tell you the truth about whether your car really needs to be replaced or whether you can fix it at a reasonable price. Heck, I became a mechanic years ago because I didn't trust anybody to work on my cars, so I figured, why not learn how to do it myself? And although I seem to be somewhat of a dying breed these days, there's still plenty of guys like me around that you can find that'll give you honest advice. But if you can't find a guy like me, heck, here I am on the internet. You can get a hold of me and ask me a question, I'll answer it. And I can certainly tell you if the car you already have is a problem car and is starting to go out, and whether your choice of a new car is a good one or not too, because that's half the battle, buying the right car in the first place. And remember, if you've got any questions, just visit the Scotty Kilmer channel.